Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to import and export faster in After Effects or Premiere Pro. Always staying organized so you can find your files faster. Alright, let's get right into it. First thing we're going to do is go to Pro.io, that's the name of the plugin, and create a watch bin. You can either create a watch bin, it's kind of like importing, so you're gonna go look for the file we're gonna use, because technically this is the location of the project that After Effects is always gonna look for. So you can create this way, or just drop and drag it from your folder. So okay, this is what I'm going to use. And technically it's just all the assets I'm going to be using to create the project. If you like to stay organized, such as you have your icons, your music, lights, logos, and all your assets. So keeping all these files organized will always help. So technically you would have to drag, highlight, and drag everything each time, and each time you add something new, it's just you have to go look for that file and find it and then drag it, you know. Sometimes that could take time. Okay, so once I have my folder ready, I'm going to go ahead and, as you can see, it already made a file here. Here's the location of this watch bin. And you can tell it's the watch bin because it will have this here. So go ahead and close that. I'm also gonna, this is pretty much ignore. We'll pretty much just import the main files on the folder, such as, let's say we have this, but it's only gonna look at the files such as this, not the subfolders. The subfolders is going to ignore these subfolders and just import this. So once I sync it, I've only imported this. That's what ignore will do. Include will just pretty much replicate the way we have the folder structure here, such as it's going to replicate all these folders and everything that's inside the folders. It's going to replicate it. Flat will just pretty much import all the files into the main folder all at once. So let's say we have all these files here, all these. So technically the 288 files that we have is just going to be in one big folder, and it's not going to be in 7 folders separated. So it's just going to have the 288 files all here. Okay, so mainly it's always included because you want to replicate the way you have your folder structure. And if you have image sequences such as the number 1 through 200, or it will export them in order, so you always want to check that if you do. Okay, so once we're ready to sync, we're going to sync all the files, and as you can see, it's syncing them all. It's pretty much like when you upload pictures to the cloud on your phone. Each time you take a picture, it'll upload it to your cloud. That's what it's pretty much like. So you can see we have all our files in there, all our music and everything. And every time I add a new file, like let's say we added a new template, I don't have to go back and redrag it and look for that, and all I have to do is just sync. And if you want to stop linking watch bins because you have more watch bins and let's say we don't want to keep syncing anymore. Let's say you added more files here, but you don't want to sync them to the project anymore. What you want to do is just unlink the watch bin. So highlight it and unlink it. And it's gonna remove that. That means any more new files, it's not gonna sync onto it. And if you need to delete the watch bin, just delete it. Okay. And I'm also using version 2020 of After Effects because this plugin that I have currently only works with this version. So you can see I'm on version 2.16, and it looks like they've added new versions, and now it's available for version 2022. So once I update the license, I'll be able to use it on After Effects 2022. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you is the export settings. So each time you export, you need to go ahead and pretty much assign the type of codec you want and the location where you want to save it to. And I mean, if you're going to do that each time, you already know where you want to save everything as. So I've assigned export presets, such as I can all with one click just start rendering everything with one click, and it will have all my assigned presets to it, such as Photoshop, ProRes, or Alpha only, after codecs. So you can see the way you assign these, so you can find them in here, is pretty much you have to go to the output module and make a template. Go ahead and name your preset, edit, choose the format you want to export as, the options, and choose all your settings. Once you do, click OK, and you're gonna see your preset on over here. You're gonna see them, such as Untitled 1. And if you want to delete that, just go ahead and click delete and delete. And as you can see, every time I open for the export, it'll just automatically pull up these settings. If you want to do that as well, you just go to make template and choose your default settings over here. So here's my presets for After Effects, and these are for MIDI encoder. So if I just click number 2, it will open up MIDI encoder. And it will just upload the presets I already have. So it will pull up the MP4 and the QuickTime, ProRes, and constant bitrate, and I just export. No need to go look for that each time. And you can assign different locations, so you can see the way I set my presets up are these ways. Just went over to export presets. You have 3 shortcuts, but you can create up to as many as you want. You're just gonna have to come over here and click on it, and the way you delete them is just right click and remove. So I'm using preset 1 and 2. 1 is for After Effects, 2 is for MIDI encoder. See, each preset saves to a different folder you can assign, and if you want to add another preset to After Effects, just click here on the plus sign, it'll pull it up. Let's say you want to choose this, BG render, choose the location you want to save it to. You can save it as a hashtag, and next time I will pull up that. If you want to delete it, just click on the minus and just click the preset you want to add to media encoder. The way you make those presets on media encoder is you go here, create encoding preset, name your preset, BG render, choose the format type, add a comment if you need to, and okay, and it will save that new preset in here. And then you choose it once it pulls it up over here. Okay, well, I hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know in the comments. If you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe.